incomplete dominance, codominance. These are the issues which are against the Mendel. That means before we go to the that incomplete dominance, we need to see what Mendel said. Mendel said when the two allelic forms of a character, when the two allelic forms of a character are crossed each other, among the two allelic forms of the character only one of the allelic form will come for expression. The form who expressed is called dominant character. This one, dominant allele. The allelic form which is not expressed, that is called recessive. Okay, so according to Mendel, whenever the two allelic forms are present for a character, whenever the two allelic forms are present for a character, always one will come for expression. The expressed form is said to be dominant. The expressed form always can be considered as dominant form. But in this particular case, we are going for something different. That something different we are doing here, that again is the Mendel we are doing. Let us take a look on that. In case of incomplete dominance, whenever the two allelic forms of the character are crossed each other, whenever the two allelic forms of the character are crossed each other, among the two allelic forms, the no allelic form will come for expression. Here, whenever the two allelic forms of the character are crossed each other, according to Mendel, one form should come for expression. So here not like that. Whenever the two allelic forms of a character are expressed, that are crossed each other, only one of the allelic form should come for expression. This is according to Mendel law of dominance. But in the given case, incomplete dominance, that the any of the allelic form, that means both of the forms will come for try to express, but no allelic form will come for expression. A mixed expression will come. That means the two allelic forms will try to come for expression. Here, whenever the two allelic forms of a character crossed each other, the both forms are tried to express, but a mixed expression came. Mixed expression will come, that no allelic form will come for expression. A mixed expression will come. Okay, such we call as incomplete dominance. Such we say incomplete dominance. With an example, we understand better here. So that the two forms are tried, but any of the form is not came for expression. So let us try. Let us see that particular example. Example we are going here: Mirabilis jalapa and Antirrhinum majus. Mirabilis jalapa and Antirrhinum majus. Antirrhinum majus. The 4 o'clock plant, we use it to say it as, in case of these particular plants, that Mirabilis jalapa and Antirrhinum majus are 4 o'clock plant, the flowers are of two colors, red flower and white flower, we can see. Okay, red flower and white flower. So what is the character here? Character is said to be color of the flower. Okay, allelic forms. Allelic forms for these. Character is color of the flower. Character is the color of the flower. So allelic forms for that particular character, red color flowers are there and white color flowers are there. Okay, now what we are doing in this case, we are doing the cross between the red colored and white colored flowers. The red colored flowers are crossed with white colored flowers. When the red colored flowers are crossed with the white colored flowers, what happened? That we have to see here. Then the red color flowers are crossed with the white color flower. So genotypes we are giving here: capital R crossed with small r. Red color flower crossed with white color flower. Let me take the gametes as usual. Gametes were taken, and so what is the expression here? That when red flowered plants are crossed with the white flower plants in the F1 generation, this is P1. So in the F1 generation, pink flowered plants are appeared. In P1, that F1 generation, pink flowered plants are appeared. According to Mendel, red flower should come, isn't it? Red or white, whatever. But one form should come for express. But no of any of the form is expressed here. A mixed expression came. Hence, we are naming it as incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. So whenever the two allelic forms of a character are crossed each other, if any of the form is not coming for expression, we say that as incomplete dominance. So okay, we continue the experiment here. When we cross this F1 is F1, self-pollination, that pink flowered plants are crossed each other. So I am writing here. When the pink flowered plants are crossed each other, that means self-pollination when we do. So let us see what will come. That when the pink flowered plants are crossed, so I'm writing gametes here, writing gametes. Okay. So as usual, how we did the Mendel, that same way we have to do. Okay. So I'm taking the F2 generation, that when F1 is crossed with F1, as we know that F2 generation will come, and I'm taking gametes here, capital R, small r, capital R, small r. So we got four types of plants. Let me change the color. The four types, capital R, capital R, capital R, small r, capital R, small r, small r, small r. Okay, so we have four boxes, isn't it? Box 1, 2, 3. I'm giving the box. Okay, so the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio, we should write here for this particular class. Phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio. Okay, so how many red flowered plants are appeared? That's the question here. In the first box, what is that? Red flower or white flower? What's that plant? Red flower or white flower? That means capital R, capital R. What is that capital R, capital R? Red flower or white flower?
Red flower.
Red flower. That is red flowered plant. Okay. Next, the second one.
Pink
Capital
flower.
R, small r. Second box. What is that? Pink flower. Very good. That is pink flower. Next, in the third box, capital R, small r. What is that?
Pink flower.
Pink flower. Okay. Then next, in the last box, fourth box. Okay. So what's that in the fourth box? White flower. So
White flower.
how many red flowers came?
One.
Phenotypic ratio. How many red flowers? One red flower. Okay, one red flower. Okay, then how many pink flowers? You'll find it
Two.
two. 2 by 4. That means 50%. Okay, then how many white flowers? One.
One.
Yeah. So what is the phenotypic ratio in case of incomplete dominance? Incomplete
1:2.
phenotypic ratio.
1:2:1.
Very good. Then genotypic ratio. Homozygous. Homozygous red. 1.
1:2.
Then
Two.
again, say homozygous, heterozygous one is pink. That is 2. And the
One.
homozygous white. So, the both phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio are same. That you have to remember. In case of incomplete dominance, both phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio are same. And this is modification to the Mendel monohybrid ratio. Modification to the Mendel monohybrid ratio. According to Mendel, that whenever the two allelic forms are crossed each other, only one form should come for expression. Simply we say this is not following the Mendel. Mendel said law of dominance principle. It is not following. Modification to the Mendel hybrid cross. 3:1. One more we have to see. Okay, one more we have to see in this case. In codominance, we need to see the codominance factor. Okay, the codominance factor. So incomplete dominance. We are completed incomplete dominance. Then we are going for codominance factor.